I want to hear Tony's voice on tape, Sal, saying I killed Matthew Bevilacqua.
Everyone calls it lazy writing. But what if Big P Bonpensiero, hiding his tapes in the cigar box, was actually brilliant? Let's dismantle one of the most debated scenes in The Sopranos.
Okay, garbage, but Tony shows real due diligence when it comes to electronic debugging.
One of the enduring joys of The Sopranos is how often it leaves viewers debating whether its characters are cunning strategists or bumbling amateurs stumbling toward their doom.
Jesus fucking Christ, you stupid little shitty twat. You ever hear wiretaps?
Few examples fuel this debate more than Salvatore Big P Bonpensiero and his now infamous tapes. Why on earth, the question goes, would a mobster cooperating with the FBI, an act that carries a death sentence in his world, keep incriminating recordings in his own home?
You know, the government's using electronic surveillance.
In a show built on operatic paranoia and mobsters code, it's a hiding place that feels less master criminal and more high schooler stashing weed under the mattress. The series answers this, albeit indirectly. Pussy's tapes weren't lying openly on the dresser like a stack of CDs. They were tucked inside a false compartment in a cigar box, a hiding spot designed to escape casual discovery, not an active search. It's the mobster's equivalent of the fake soup can in Carmela's pantry, a decent subterfuge for nosy spouses, cleaning ladies, or curious guests, but no real protection against someone motivated and suspicious enough to tear the place apart.
That's the closest CW16 ever got Tony to discussing the Bevilacqua murder on tape?
The surprise isn't that Tony finds the tapes, but that it takes him as long as it does. Critics calling this a lazy writing choice missed the point. The scene works because Pussy's hiding spot reflects exactly where he is in life, straddling two worlds, loyal to neither, and delusional enough to believe his double life might actually last. As with most of Chase's characters, the tragedy is not in their bad luck, but in their predictably bad decisions.
You are a cooperating witness, Sal. You wear a wire, that's what you do.
Pussy needed his recording equipment close at hand. Burying it in a basement or stashing it in a safety deposit box would have made every wire-up a logistical nightmare. Digging up a backyard cache of FBI gear before every meeting with Tony is not only impractical, it's ridiculous.
I want to hear Tony's voice on tape, Sal, saying I killed Matthew Bevilacqua.
He had to dress for work like any other man. He just also happens to be wiring himself for federal surveillance. The irony is that The Sopranos even nods to the absurdity of it all.
The doctor said heat's no good for me. I gotta avoid it.
This is a man told by his doctor to avoid heat and steam. Yet he keeps incriminating tapes inside a humidor. It's the kind of small, darkly funny detail that makes the show work. The mobster-turned-informant who thinks he's a junior G-man,
Big Pussy Bonpensiero, he started out as a cat burglar.
but is really just a fat cat burglar keeping evidence next to his cigars.
Can't get good sausage and peppers. But I'm mulberries.
Then there's the FBI. The show portrays federal agents equipping Pussy with what looks like Cold War-era spy gear, bulky tapes, exposed wires, and clumsy transmitters that wouldn't feel out of place in a Get Smart rerun. By the late 1990s, covert recording technology had evolved far beyond lapel mics and clunky cassette decks. Pen microphones, button-sized transmitters, and miniature digital recorders already existed. Yet The Sopranos shows agents handing Pussy a contraption so conspicuous, it may as well have come with a neon sign. Was this a creative misstep? Probably.
Why are they talking about this in the basement?
Oh, try the FBI.
The FBI in the show will spend tens of thousands of dollars on custom basement bugs, but apparently balks at the idea of giving their best shot at taking down Tony Soprano a $1,000 button recorder. Either these agents are operating on a shoestring budget, or someone in props just really liked the visual of Tony rifling through a cigar box. But the truth is simpler. This is a television program, not a documentary. The Sopranos compresses reality for narrative clarity. If everyone behaved with real-world caution, Tony and his crew would have been arrested by the second episode.
How's your mom, Tom?
Same. But Mike's grandma's cousin. I gotta come in to take care of her.
No tapes, no false bottoms, no drama, no show. And yet, the implausibility of the FBI gear fits perfectly with Pussy's psychological arc. By season 2, he isn't just a conflicted informant, he's a man in freefall. Skipped over for promotions, excluded from private meetings, treated with suspicion by his own crew, he becomes a caricature of the desperate double agent who half believes he's part of the Bureau. He follows cars, annoys his handlers, and basks in the illusion of being undercover, like a schoolboy wearing his father's badge. Whether born of Stockholm Syndrome, self-loathing, or exhaustion, his behavior reads less like careful tradecraft and more like subconscious suicide. Keeping the tapes at home was not merely sloppy. It was a way of saying, I'm done running. Of course, the decision also underscores the show's dark humor about mobster competence, or lack thereof. The man who once scaled windows as a cat burglar now hides evidence in a humidor. The same crew that murders with impunity drops their own names in a botched robbery, like first-year acting students forgetting their lines. This is a world where criminal professionals routinely behave like amateurs,
Used to be a guy got pinched, he took his prison jolt no matter what.
and where the supposed code of omerta is as perforated as their alibis. Expecting Pussy to mastermind an elaborate counter-surveillance operation is like expecting Polly Walnuts to quote Machiavelli accurately. Even the name Big Pussy becomes an ironic meta-commentary. In a subculture obsessed with masculinity and secrecy, it is almost prophetic that the man called Pussy would become the rat.
Isn't Pussy your friend?
The show leans into this gallows humor, with characters speculating about the nickname's origins. Cat burglar, bedroom prowess, anatomical misfortune, as if mocking the inevitability of his betrayal. It's Shakespearean tragedy by way of New Jersey strip clubs. The man's own moniker foreshadows his downfall.
I heard the tapes, Ma. The fucking FBI tapes. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm talking about.
Ultimately, the tapes in the cigar box are less about realism and more about allegory. Pussy's hiding place mirrors his state of mind, a liminal space, neither fully hidden nor fully exposed, waiting to be discovered. The bulkiness of the equipment, the ease with which Tony finds it, even the implausibility of the FBI sting operations, all of it serves the narrative's deeper purpose. The Sopranos was never about flawless criminal logistics.
They had me, Tony.
It was about flawed men, their compromises, and the inevitability of their unraveling. And that's why the scene lands, even with its anachronisms. The discovery of the tapes isn't a cheap plot device. It's the culmination of Pussy's delusion that he could outfox everyone forever. He hid the evidence in the place he felt safest, his own home, next to his cigars, next to his wife, next to his crumbling sense of self.
Got tipped off about the Bevel Aqua hit, huh?
It's not lazy writing. It's character-driven fatalism. When Tony finds those tapes, the audience isn't just watching a mob boss uncovering proof of betrayal. They're watching the inevitable collision between a man's fantasies of control and the brutal reality of his life. Big Pussy Bonpensiero thought he was playing both sides. In truth, he wasn't playing anyone. He was already done. Rats get whacked. Viewers who subscribe get breakdowns.